Hey everybody! I'm back. Oh my god, I have black on my face. I was painting today. I'm kind of a hot mess. I'm surprised I'm not eating it too. Sorry about it. I'm always entertaining. You know that. It's me. I've done some new paintings. You gotta check out my website, katiepaints.com. I haven't been on in a while. I went through a really rough week last week. I don't know if anybody else felt the energy that was going on the planet, but I could not get my shit together. I was a mess. I was having meltdowns. My chair died in the grocery store. I need a new battery. And the guy quoted me $450 and I lost my mind because I'm like hemorrhaging money right now. I need to sell some art. And yeah, so anyway, I got my friend to do it for free. It was a cheaper battery. I'm not going to pay that manufacturer price. Don't ever pay full price. Good Lord, go on Amazon, Walmart. Somebody's got it cheaper somewhere. You know, that's the new world we live in. Everything's connected. We're all connected, which is awesome because we actually are connected. Don't ever feel like you're separate. We are all in this together. And that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. Because I want people to understand, yes, I'm disabled. Yes, I have no arms and legs. Yes, I lost my limbs at 42 years old after giving birth to my third child. I got a book on Amazon, Beautifully Broken, the Katie Hayes story. Make sure it says that, because I've had other people order the book and it wasn't my story. I'm like, oh, jeez, no. So check out my other videos. I put a picture of the book up there. I have so much to talk about. You guys, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the world. We are at the precipice of whether we're going to allow technology to rule us or stay autonomous as our human selves. I mean, this is serious stuff, people. This AI that's coming in, oh, they're planning on implanting us, so we're not even thinking of the way we think. They can just make us think any way they want, blah, 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 blah. They can have complete control over the population. Does that not terrify you? And they're trying to sell it to you like, oh, it'll be so much better. You'll be smarter. You won't even have to go to school anymore. You just download all the information. What? Are we not going to think anymore? Is that against the rules someday, maybe? I mean, I'm even worried about my ability to get on here and talk to you because who knows the censorship that's coming down the road. They just want more and more and more control. Anyway, good news. There's very positive things going on. Everyone's waking up. Their consciousness is increasing every day. We're realizing that we're all in this together. The UFOs are really bringing it home to us. They're having more and more sightings and things going on that are really exciting. They're trying to bring the message of peace and harmony. You know, it's so funny. Their technology is millions of light years more than ours. I mean, we're borrowing their stuff. That's why every time Roswell, we borrowed all their technology. Now the U.S. government's making these cloaking systems and fast-moving systems. I mean, they're getting the technology to shoot through the stars. Don't you know? You don't know what's going on because it's all like hush hush and quiet, but behind the scenes there's a lot of big stuff going on with that, and a little scary. I mean, our government, instead of looking at UFOs as, hey bro, what you gotta say to me, give me some advice, they're like, hey, what are you doing in our space, and try to shoot them down. Like, wait a minute, let's have some conversation. Anyway, that's happening too. Conversation behind the scenes. The UFOs are trying to raise their vibration so everybody's more heart-centered and not so fucking selfish with all this materialism that's going on and selfishness. I mean, what's with the music, guys? It's so depressing. Where's the empowerment? Where's the fun? I'm a fun-loving girl. I was born in the 60s. And in these days, it's so depressing. And I'm thinking, okay, is there lack of hope? And that's why we have 50,000 suicides last year? Holy cow, 50,000 people died. That's Vietnam, dude. That's as many people's died in Vietnam that we mourn over the loss of those boys. We're losing those every day. And most of them are men. Okay, we have a male crisis going on here. I think that because the society turned feminized and our school systems are way more feminized. Listen, if you're going to teach a child the same way, each kid, and you're not going to learn how a boy might learn different from a girl, and you're going to shove down the throat to a boy that he needs to learn this way, and that he fails if he doesn't, and all the shame and all. I hate our schools. We need to do better. Our kids are not doing well. Look at all the suicides and the school shootings. They just talk to you about the misery level in all the schools. It's like the teachers, oh, you know what they do now? They don't even have to think for themselves. All their lessons plans are written for them. They have to, we're getting rid of our libraries in Houston. Did you hear that? Creating detention centers because all our little convicts they're bringing up. The kids are going to graduate with assault records. What is going on? My generation didn't have these problems. And it's like the collective's got to change our mind about things. Like we need to be proactively saying no to this kind of stuff. Huge protests in Houston about the schools. But, you know, when you see the kind of big brother and the everything that's coming down and then you got all the pedophiles going crazy too. Like, why aren't we figuring out who these people are and somehow figuring out how to treat them? I don't know if you can treat them. That's a perversion. I don't understand. Okay. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I wanted to talk about, what did I want to talk about? Oh my God, there's just so much. There's so much. I'm drawing a blank. I'm literally drawing a blank right now. I love your comments. I love to hear where you're coming from. I want to know what topics are on your mind that we could talk about together because I'm kind of a global, out of this world box thinker in spirituality and all things human, realizing that we are way bigger than what we've been told that we are. And I'm so afraid that they're going to shut me up someday and I'm not going to be able to come talk to you about how important it is to get a spirituality. And I'm not talking about religion. And I don't care if you add it to your religion. But when you look at the old Vedas from the Indian text and you look at the Nag Hammadi, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and you listen to the Gaia channel and you subscribe to Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge, and get to listen to Freddie Sylvie talk about our ancient past and how basically, whether you believe it or not, I'm just going to lay it out there, extraterrestrials seeded this planet, put their DNA in us, and guided us when we left the Ice Age. Actually, before the Ice Age, they had put pyramids all over the planet so that they could stabilize the energy systems. Like what they did was they built temples and pyramids, obviously facing whatever constellation they're honoring. And I don't know if you know this, but if you go to the Great Pyramid, hopefully they won't shut that down from public being able to go in there. That's another thing that's coming. NASA's taking control of all the sacred sites because they know the technology there can help them go to the stars, because that's the information that are in the hieroglyphs, because the star people that helped seed the planet wanted us to be able to advance ourselves by following their example. And so it's all coming in the future. I mean, there's amazing things that are happening. Like they found a new energy source that we need to be funded. And I think the oil and gas is so threatened by it, they won't let this come out anytime soon. But what they do is they use the quantum understanding of particles. And it's called a quantum fluctuation vacuum. And what they need to do is take that quantum fluxion vacuum and get it to the point where we can take energy out of cells, out of the sun, out of the universe. We'll have free energy, and it's non-pollutant, and it's not toxic. It's not nuclear. It's not going to blow up. Not like helium in these cars that are going to be a bomb, like these freaking electric cars. What the heck? They're bombs. They're driving a bomb. Serious. And to replace them is $28,000. Like, what is this green movement? Because sometimes I think it's green like money in their pockets. I don't think it's green for the planet. I think they still got to burn oil and coal to make the electricity happen that's going to charge the car. Where do you go green? Where's the emission? What? They're off the point. That's another, I'm going off now. So anyway, in the Great Pyramid, if you go there and you lay down in the sarcophagus that was supposedly the Pharaoh's tomb, it's a lie. It was never a tomb. The Grand Pyramid, all the numbers are the circumference of the earth, the distance from here to the sun. There's all these built-in numerical numbers that prove there was a higher knowledge that went into building that thing. It's probably 36,000 years, because that's the last time it was lined up with Orion and the bird the Tomb of the Birds all lines up with 36,000 years, so that's probably how old the Giza Plateau is. But when you go in the King's Chamber in the main pyramid, you get to lay down in that black stone sarcophagus. What happens is when you go into a meditation and somebody maybe is chanting and the vibration in the room is the frequencies are going crazy, guess where you go? You go to Sirius, the star system. Why would you go to Sirius? Because those are the higher frequential dimensional beings, planet, that built the pyramids. They came down here and set their seat up and put the pyramids all around the earth, and a lot of different, like Pleiadians, Arcturians, oh gosh, now I'm not thinking. I think my brain's not on today. What was the one that brought the moon here? Andromedans. The Andromedans, have you ever noticed that all of the space patches from every space program on the Earth has an A on it? Check it out. It's got an A. Why would it have an A? Why would every space program, what does it stand for? Astro? What? Well, it could, I suppose. It means star. Kind of. Anyway, Andromedans brought the moon and parked it, and they live in it. Now, the reptilians used to take it over, and then they had to get the felines from Vega and Lyra to come over here and kick some Draco butt. They're from the planet Draco. And they've had these wars all the time, but those cats can kill those reptiles. They do not like each other, and the cats dominate. Why do you think all the monarchy had a lion as its lead? Why do you think there's the Sphinx? Because the felines from Lyra and Vega came down here and helped seed the planet. Yeah, giant cats. Cat people. Come on, keep your mind open, people. I mean, can you just wrap your brain around there's got to be something special about cats? Why do Egyptians worship cats? Why did the Catholic Church destroy all the cats in Europe? Right before the plague, which were a bunch of rats that would have been kept control the population if they'd allowed the cats. So all those people died. Millions of people died of the plague because they killed all the cats. Because the Catholic Church said they're witchy spirit beings. What? What are you talking about? Oh, the Catholic Church, don't get me started. They've killed more people, more millions of people on this planet than any dictator, any horrible society, any... Hitler was a baby. He was a baby compared to the Catholic Church. 80 million people between the Crusades and the Inquisition. Do you know how many brilliant minds were put to death? That were put to death burning? All those brilliant minds. The herbalists, the natural people. Anybody that would have heresy, which meant that they didn't believe the story of the Catholic Church. If you didn't believe their story, you were dead. So Christianity was spread all around the earth by rape and murder. Oh, good stuff, right? Oh my God, the more I have learned, the more, I mean, I love my Christian friends, and I tend to love Jesus' teachings of compassion, and I really appreciate that part of the aspect of it. But I am not religious, and I know that they made the story up about him, and I think there's a whole lot more to him than you know. He spent a lot of time in Egypt. He spent a lot of time with the Buddha in India. He that's where he's got his enlightenment, you know. Anyway, there's just so much to talk to you about, and I want to know how weird you can go, because I've gotten some really strange information, like I just spewed today, you know. But on a personal note, these are the things that I put my mind on when my personal life is very lonely, okay? And I need that fulfillment of purpose, like really bad in my life. And I have chosen to speak with you good people and tell you some of the things I'm learning, that everything's accredited, everything has been proven, what I've said. It's just really hard to dig up and find because mainstream doesn't want this information out there. Because if we knew how powerful we were, we wouldn't be putting up with what's going on. The corruption is so bad. But what I've learned recently, and this is another caveat to lean on when you're having a bad day and just kind of understand the journey we're on here, right? So everything always gets worse before it gets better. It's actually a theory of chaos. It's a chaos theory that things are always darker before the dawn, and the dawn is only coming if we can open people's eyes to their own power. And I want to be that beacon for people because I feel like in any other situation, a lot of people have told me that if they were me, they would have already killed themselves. I have a lot of people tell me that everyone's left me and I'm alone. I got a lot of friends, but I primarily am very quiet and keep to myself. And I yearn for that connection with people. Like, I would love a love in my life. But I know that because of my story, which everyone needs to read my book. Okay, I'm telling you, it's so interesting. You'll love it. It's a page turner. Beautifully Broken, the Katie Hayes story. It was much harder and traumatic than I was really able to communicate in my book. And there, this is where my belief in God comes from. That's so strong now. I wouldn't be here without a higher power. There's no way. There's no way. I was making a pact after my son left 3 years ago. I decided that I wasn't going to stick around. And so one night I had made a plan what I was going to do. And I reached out to God and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't live without limbs, without a husband, without my son, without my kids. Everything had been taken from me. And the voice casually said to me, hey, why don't you see how it ends? It's like, wait a minute, that's supposed to inspire me not to go drown myself in my hot tub right now? But what it did, because I got the answer, it made me kind of go, who said that? There is something there for us. And that's when I started doing some exploration. And the stuff that I've found about how we attune to this higher power and go through a meditation that brings you deep down into yourself and allow and be honest with yourself. This is the key, guys. Honesty. How do you feel? And I can tell you that I am devastated. I'm devastated. I am. On so many levels. And last week, I cried a lot. Yeah. My mom's birthday, she's been dead now 4 years. And those are the days that I cocoon. I do all kinds of self-love. I sleep a lot. I listen to uplifting information that allows me to know that I am not separate. And I've actually gotten through with very little counseling because of Matt Kahn. Kahn. Matt Kahn. He is on YouTube. I watch all his videos constantly over and over and over. And I've read his books. I've got 3 of them now. And I just listen to him over and over and over. And what he does is he makes me realize that this journey we're all on, it's a play. And every person that's in your life is a character in the play. And not to belittle your experience at all, because this is super important. Being in Earth School right now is super important. Do not think your life, you need some high and mighty purpose. Oh, what's my purpose? Guess what? If you are kind, if you are loving, if you are giving, if you make people feel good, you are fulfilling your life's purpose. It's that easy. We don't have to do magic tricks. We don't have to be this miraculous, all the PhD, all the letters behind your name, strive for that beautiful house and kid. We're just going to die anyway. What's important is your soul, your integrity. If you treat people with dignity, if you see that homeless person and feel sorry for them and go give them a hamburger, they're a human being. You know what I mean? So everybody deserves for you to look them in the eye and say, what is your name? And use their name. Address them by their name. Like, how many people are afraid to look me in the eye when I'm out in public? They go, oh my God, disabled woman. Oh, no, can't make eye contact. What's up with that? I am so friendly. I always want to meet new people. I always want to hear people's stories. People are amazing, and we all are in this together. And just because I had this extreme thing happen to me, all I want to do is be a beacon so other people know they're not alone and know that, you know, someone out there feels your pain, has bad days, and you know, taking care of yourself. So important. Having some friendships, that's all I've got, you know. And so I just keep thinking, what do I want to manifest? And I want to do one of those vision boards and create this life I want for myself, which is a vehicle to drive myself around, love in my life, lots of friends, you know, good times, barbecuing. This summer, I slept the whole summer. I didn't go outside. It was too hot. Triple digits every day. We were in a drought for 3 months. And everybody was in the same mood. Nobody wanted to do anything. We were just all exhausted all the time. So those are the times when you have to like cocoon yourself and just allow, you know what? I don't have to be overly productive, because I tried that last week. I got real productive and nothing was working out right. And my frustration level just went, woo! I went through the roof. How many times do we do that, people? Where we put so much pressure on ourselves to perform and to, you know, I need a job. I need people to know what I'm doing. I need to exert myself out in the social media, and I need to make videos, and I need to be more present, and I need to reach out and find my people. And, you know, sometimes I just feel like, nope, I'm just going to crawl into bed today. And I give myself permission to do that. I really think that's important for our mental health, to take days off. You don't always have to be on. You don't always have to be this amazing person to be around. I mean, we all have bad days, and you got to allow yourself that time. But I do notice that when you start getting snippy, woo, you better find another outlet, because you don't want to be snipping at people even though they know that, you know, you have a reason to be snippy. People don't take that shit. Nah, you got to find an outlet for that. Yeah, something productive. I mean, I wish I had more outlets. I don't really exercise. I can't go for a bike ride or walk fast or dance. You know, I dance in my chair, but I'm sure you've seen my videos. Check it out, TikTok. Yeah. Mystic_paintings. Is there a number with that? There might be a number with that. I might have to come back with you on that. Anyway, it was a pleasure speaking with everybody, and I really hope that you get something of what I'm trying to say, because I think I'm coming from a really unique perspective, and that's why I've decided that I've got to speak my mind, speak my truth, share what I'm learning, direct you into all the avenues that I've found, because when you're looking at my situation and you're hearing me say that I haven't had counseling, and you see that I'm sane and doing well and smiling and trying to move my life forward, you know what I mean? Like really busy. You realize that we are much more than our materialistic understandings of the world, that your will and your spirit and your integrity and your love of others Those are the things that really matter. That's the gas. That's coming from a spiritual place. Don't you wish all the people out there that said they're religious or more spiritual, where they really like ingested the messages deep down in their soul, and you can feel it vibrate off them, that they're just good people? I think that when people understand Jesus on a different level, what he was really saying, I think there's a lot of misunderstandings of what the message was. I think the church has done a disservice and muddied the waters a little bit, trying to gain control of people, because there really is no need for church, and I think they were trying to make themselves more important. But that, you know what, I have lots to say about stuff like that, and I would love people that want to disagree with me come on here. I'm talking about some very esoteric understandings, the very ancient understanding, the mystery schools, the mythology, that there's so much more to our human story than what we've been told. And there's anomalies that go back hundreds of thousands, millions of years that were man-made, and you're like, okay, that's not fitting right. Why are we finding pyramids on the moon? There's a lot of questions that I am delving into the secrets of, and there's more and more information coming out about it. It's really an exciting time to be alive. But like I said, that road that we have to follow, whether we're going to go AI or stay human, that's the Antichrist that's on its way here and will wipe us out. The UFOs got rid of the dinosaurs so that we could flourish. So they're not going to let AI, I don't think, destroy us. But the interesting thing is that a lot of the higher frequential beings are actually using AI bodies, like the little grays. Those are all fiber printed CD, what do you call it? CD printer, like kind of printed out fiber bodies, and they download the consciousness in these little guys. And so they have technologies way beyond us, and they're teaching our government some of this shit, guys. I'm just like a little scared because our government is not happy, friendly, nice people. I could talk about that for about an hour. The stuff I've dug up about the shenanigans they pulled and what's really going on, and some scary stuff. And some wild. I mean, we've been in a space program for years. We've been at Mars for years. And they won't tell us anything. They know how to reverse engineer these UFOs. That was 1947. You don't think that they don't have something by now like that? And they're faking abductions? Yeah, this kind of crap. Yeah, there's a lot of crap going on. But we got to stay centered. We got to stay in love with our journeys. Give ourselves the respect of our story. Don't ever say, let it go, and be harsh with yourself. But anyway, I'm going to jump off because I feel like I'm talking your ear off. But I love to talk to you anyway. And I hope that you really enjoyed the video and learned something and want to argue with me. Come on, bring it, right? Come on.